What's up, everybody? How is your Wednesday going? Are y'all gonna let me out? Are y'all gonna be dummies? I guess they'll let me out today. Maybe. What's up? Come on in and tap the screen for me. Double tap the screen. Hit that like button. Welcome on into the virtual sanctuary of the St. James Show. I am your host. I am him. After a long day of dealing with the man, that be me, St. James. Appreciate you guys for joining me here. Oh, you're gonna let me in? Oh, they're so nice today. Everybody's so creative. Everybody's so nice. Yeah, they done got David Taylor. They done got him. How is his hair gonna hold up in the slammer? How is it gonna hold up in the slammer? Oh, what's up, Ray? What's up, Princess and Katrina? Is that Katrina? Oh, they got him. Let me see. How can I turn that off? Oh. Well, $50 million. They're accusing him of mishandling. You know, Vicki Yohe is somewhere. She's somewhere cheesing. You know, she ran over there to Larry Reed that time and spilled her guts. He abusing me mentally. And then she said she bought him a car or something. He always in the news. Didn't she say she bought him a car or something happened? She probably should have kept that money because, you know, Vicki Yohe ain't doing too well these days herself. He is a prophet. He had a whole lot going on. There was a whole series of a deposition that was on TikTok that went on for it was that someone put it on there, and it was a full deposition of he was being asked questions about his ministry, about all this, you know, misappropriation of funds, you know, the normal. But he was, I guess, sleeping with Vicki Yohe. She's that gospel artist. I'll use that lightly. Yeah. As long as she was in the mess, she right. That's what we're not worried about, Vicki. We really not worried. We don't really have no sympathy for you, Victoria, because as long, and that's a lot of these folks. As long they see what's going on, they know good and well these people ain't got money to be taking them on these private jets and buying all this lavish stuff and gifts. You know that's ministry money, but you okay until he don't want that coot no more, and then all of a sudden you done. You want to spill your guts and you want to come on out here and tell off on everything. I remember him, but not the Vicki part. Wasn't he on American Greed? I think he was on American Greed, as he should be. He said Vicki keeps going back and forth. People slept with him. Then she slept, but yeah. We're not really worried about Vicki, really. Because she's not to be trusted either. Because she, you know, she was complicit in the situation. So we're not really worried about her. We just gonna use her as a reference, since she did, you know, eventually sound the alarm when he didn't want to be with her no more. Yeah. Yeah, the whole deposition on YouTube. Yeah, I watched it on TikTok. But it is an interesting deposition. Put in there if y'all want to get some more information about everything. And that was, I think it was in 2014 or something. I'm not sure when it was, but I know they were asking him questions about 2014 and stuff. But see, that's the feds. Everybody was saying what happened after the deposition, why they didn't do anything, because that attorney was wearing him thin in that deposition. ministry homes and everything. Well, they tell me, y'all double tap the screen for me. Double tap the screen. It was reported to me that during the arrest today, they was arresting folks in their underwear. They made them come out in their drawers and their bras, and they were just arresting them. Then they went in there and found a bunch of dildos and a bunch of sex toys in the ministry house. What kind of ministry was going on over there, David E. Taylor? That you had a whole bunch of dildos and sex toys. Y'all was talking about Diddy and his baby oil and such. Well, David E. Talbot, Talbot. Ooh, let me not say that poor man's name. David E. Taylor. Ooh, I know Talbot hate that this is going on because people won't start. Talbot is the playwright. And Taylor is the horny prophet. You call exposure. Now that's the position was November 12th. That's okay. I thought it was 2014. That's what I thought. Thank you, Tashi. Is that Tashi? And 46 minutes long. But they broke that thing up. I had to see it in little, but boy, they were wearing him thin. So y'all go back and check that out. Tashi, if you have it and somebody want to put it on the community wall as a comment, I'll pin it. If you have the YouTube, the deposition, and I'll pin it later when I get off of here. Somebody, I got any mods in here? Londa, get that crazy writing out of here, because that starts. They start summoning they friends. Come on in. The St. James, we talk crazy over there. No, you don't. You don't talk crazy over here. Beat it. I'm an unbeliever because there's no proof any type of superior being. All right. Keep that to yourself. All right. Let me go ahead and hide you from the channel because you're a little weird. Eat your food. Not sure what you're talking about, but so we're going to time you out for 24 hours. Tasha, I may need to make you a mod. So today they arrested him and they arrested the ministry house is one of them in Houston, Texas, and that area. And then he was in North Carolina, Durham, North Carolina, and there was something going on, some arrests going on in Tampa. So there was a whole bunch of arrests going on, with this David E. Taylor situation. He can only wear Gucci suits, and he sweats out his suits, his clothes. So he has to wear Louis Vuitton and Gucci. It's a must. It's mandatory for him. Yeah. That's what he said. He sweats. What's up, Marcus? So Vicki Yohe is somewhere shouting and claiming victory, even though we wasn't really thinking about you when you was snitching off on him because you was living in the laps of luxury with him. So it really didn't matter. We wasn't taking your word for a little bit. Y'all hold on. If it goes out, I'll be back because I'm on this freeway and it may cut off for a few minutes. It may cut off for a few. But there was, what's that prayer era? The bushes. Yeah, but I don't know. Remember he said that hair was real and he had it flipped and he had it down. And he said, that was his realtor. Told us to shut up. He told us to shut up. We're talking about his hair. Well, they're going to pull it for you in prison. They're going to pull it. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Ray. That's David. Okay, then his cries is the top. Thank you. I need. If y'all ever watch the videos after the live, they have some really good features now on YouTube. Like when you go to it, you can support with some kind of something, like I don't know, stars or something, even on YouTube. And then you can click over to the AI summary. It'll give you the summary of stuff. It'll give you timestamps of where to watch certain topics. of what I talk about. So it's a really good tool that they have in YouTube now. Hopefully I'm still live, because this is where I usually start bailing out. Yeah. So we gonna figure out. So $50 million. And they were asking him, I remember in the deposition, they were asking him about his $2.8 million mansion that them folks is living in. And he had put that on one of his assets. And sir, you don't own that. You're renting to own that, you say. And if anybody ever tells you they're renting to own, that really is not a thing anymore. You know, trust me, it's really not a thing anymore. And if you're really renting to own, that means you're paying rent plus a really large portion that would go towards your down payment. And if you're renting to own, you don't have money like that to be paying the rent and a large amount that goes toward your down. And that's just not a thing. So don't believe that hype. Don't believe that hype. So anyway, he rented that house. And then the woman said on the news that she talked to somebody, a business that was close to this house, and this was the one in Houston, that they would have someone out there, and it was huge, 2.8 million, I don't know how many square foot, look like thousands of square feet. And they would have somebody out there mowing the lawn with a one type of push lawnmower. Just mowing the lawn. And this is one of the lawns that you need to sit down on a drivable lawnmower and cut the lawn. But they would have somebody just pushing like a regular little lawnmower across this. So he would, it's being alleged that he would punish the people who were living in. They're getting him for forced labor. So I guess he would make, they're saying he would make people live in these homes and solicit donations from his partners or from people all around. And if they would have to meet a certain quota, and if they didn't meet a certain quota, then he would physically abuse them. Perhaps he would verbally abuse them. He would spiritually abuse them, talking about what God was going to do to them because they didn't meet the certain quota of collecting donations from people as all these calls. Okay. Vicki Yohe is very connected to his ministry at one time. Was she? Let me time you out for 24 hours. You don't tell me what to do. So this is a cult. Yes. So they're really putting it in as a cult. Yes, that's what the deal is. And let me tell y'all though, and a lot of times we can kind of clearly see the cultism in these types of things, but you got to keep your eyes open, because there's a lot of churches and organizations, spiritual organizations, that could be deemed as cults as well. They may not go as far as he's gone, that they're alleging, of this forced labor and physical abuse, but if they didn't collect enough donations from people. But there are aspects of things that people are doing in these churches that could relate to a cult, be very close to a cult as well. You said Karn ain't coming for you. Well, Robbie was on, Prophet Robbie Warren was on The Juice earlier, talking about other people that he had talked to. And, he's been very vocal about Karn. So he may be talking. And Karn over there trying to get a 4-day or something like that financial wealth. What did it say? What did this mess say? I was like, wait a minute, Karn. Now you don't own nothing. You don't got nothing. Who are you going to teach how to be financial literate? Come on, Brian Karn. And it's of course you got to pay some fee. Here he is. Let me see.
A kingdom financier. That's who you are. That's what I am. I've been called to be a blessing to the body. Everybody's declared I'm a millionaire. And trust me, I agree with entrepreneurship to take your business to the next level. If you want to be a part, register immediately. The seats are filling up fast, and it's for 50 people only, because God is getting ready to make you $1 million giver. I can't wait to teach you. I'll be looking for you in class. More grace.
So 50 people, I'm not even sure how much. Let's see how much this mess is. Masterclass. Now, mind you guys, I told you earlier that the man don't own his own church or nothing. Mind you, I told you that. Allegedly. It's been reported to me. Let me see here. I can't find how much this mess is. Let me see.
I want you more grace.
No more grace for you.
I want you to repeat.
No grace for you. Let me see. I can't wait to teach you and take your $1 million. Yeah. You say you bet it's 1K for a 4-week online session. So he's doing 1 day a week. Or you got to call. Somebody call the number. 844-856-0712. Somebody call the number and get me the number. And how much. Somebody do that. Oh, hold on. I can do it myself. Let me see. 844. What is that? 844-856. Ain't nobody answering over there at Grace. They hung up on me. Oh no, that was my phone. I think the call failed. Let's try them again. We trying to get into this 4-week course. I want to be one of the 50. I want to be $1 million giver. Karn, they knocking on doors. They busting down doors, finding dildos and people in their underwear at the prophet's house. Hit that fuck. They keep hanging up on me. Listen, I am trying to be $1 million giver. Oh, come on, y'all. I want to be $1 million giver. Don't block my blessings. Juice, I'm trying to get to Brian Carnes' 50, his class for being financial, being a millionaire. He won't answer the phone. I want to be one of the 50. Scam likely. Uh-oh. They keep hanging up on me. Maybe they watching me. They must be watching me. They don't want to answer. You answer the phone. I want to be $1 million giver, Karn. You answer that phone. I want to know how much this class is. How rude. He tried to find out who leaked that video. Listen here. But that video is not, but that video is old though, I think. Juice, that video is like some years old. I remember that video. Somebody was sitting in his office recording that. That's not new. That video is a number of years old, if I'm not mistaken. That is not new. I don't think that's new. Or am I getting it mixed up with No, it was Karn. I would have to investigate that. They don't want to answer the doggone phone. It's from 6:15. Okay, you know who I'm thinking about? I think I'm thinking about the white man, Regina. The white man who was in there cussing everybody out. You know, one of them. You know who I'm talking about. That white preacher who was in there cussing everybody out and he didn't know somebody leaked his stuff. Karn, he got snakes around him. These people ain't loyal. They didn't want to answer my phone. I'm trying to get him. I'm trying to be $1 million giver. It's $249. You looking at it right now. So $249. Ooh, Karn, I don't know if I want to give you $250. Rod Parsley, that's who I was talking about. Yeah. I did. Yeah, I got that mixed up. Rod Parsley. Old Rod Oregano. Old Rod Chives. Old Rod Pepper. Rod Parsley. That's who he was. So we're gonna figure out what's going on with what they done. See, they've been digging on David E. Taylor for years, y'all. They've been trying to get him for years. So that's what people are like, well, you know, after the deposition, didn't nothing happen. You see, they never get nobody. No, the feds just build up until they get a real good grip on you. They don't want to just come out here. I think they was a little too hasty on Diddy because they didn't take into consideration, you know, they just thought people were going to get on the stand and the jury was just going to find him guilty because he was screwing around and watching people screw. And no, that's not really how all that goes. Blessing to you, Bishop Horn. Where Bishop? Oh, what? Hey, Bishop Horn. Bishop Horn, what's going on, Bishop Horn? You know, they getting the prophets and the people, Bishop. You all right down there in the Southern Valley, are you? No, I don't want to see you on. Don't make me report on you, Bishop Horn. You all right, though. They're not open for blessing. I guess they missed. They missed out their blessing. I was going to give them, well, I don't know if I was going to give them 250. Feds take their time and build a case. Yeah, then that's what happened. Karn doesn't have issues with money. It's his ding-a-ling. Well, I don't know if he has issues with money, but Karn doesn't own anything. Karn doesn't, you know, I think people do have issues with money when they don't have anything in their name, in their business name, in anything. I mean, you have issues with money because anybody with money that is a pastor or a bishop or you're over a church, you want to make sure the church has some good, sustainable assets. So you're not always fleecing the flock for money every Sunday. You want to purchase commercial stuff for, you know, the ministry, because you want income to be coming in, so you're not always begging and having people in call centers begging for money and threatening them and physically abusing them if they don't meet their quotas. My ding ding, your ding ding is red. Ooh, get them, Carla. They talking about they ding ding is red. I'm not really concerned about what colors your ding ding is. Get them out of here. That Lockhart demon. Who you talking about, Eckert or Lockhart? What you talking about, Lockhart? Yeah, they rent. These people are renting, and they're taking. I don't understand the concept. You're taking all these people's money and you're renting. That money is not paying the church back, i.e. in mortgage. You're supposed to be, you know, you're taking the sheep's money, the parishioners' money, and you're just giving it away to, you know, the owner. You're supposed to be the borrower. Let me, how do I get in here and let me change this stuff? Because y'all getting on my nerves. I never can figure out how to do this. Did they change that? Oh, community moderation. Okay. Subscribers. Let's get you for 10 minutes. Let's do, okay, 5 minutes. That's fine. All right, I changed that to subscriber mode. Because these people coming in out from David E. Taylor's church. They had escaped out of the halfway house over there at David E. Taylor. The call centers. And now they over here trying to get at me. Yeah, so no, he had pretty much call centers all over, and these folks they was calling for donations. Yeah. What's up, Nicole? Yeah, they actually they really do need financial literacy classes. A lot of these people, because like I think Jesse said it earlier, if you're not a certified public accountant or some kind of financial advisor, I mean, where you've gone to college and training for, you shouldn't be giving any advice on financial literacy or teaching people like what he's talking about, teaching people to do. Who's this? No, I didn't authorize no payment of $14.99 MacBook. You know, this stuff y'all gotta watch this. Don't be clicking on nothing. You know good and well this is a scam. Did not authorize that. Let's listen to this again and see what he said he's gonna do. What he said he gonna do.
I want you to repeat after me and say, I am a kingdom.
Hold on.
I want you to repeat after me and say, I am a kingdom financier. That's who you are. That's what I am. I've been called to be a blessing to the body. Everybody's declaring I'm a millionaire. And trust me, I agree with you. I'm a millionaire. But let's change our confession. I'm not a millionaire. I'm $1 million giver. How about that? There's a class that I'm doing. Only 50 allowed.
50.
Well, I'll be teaching business owners, entrepreneurs, how to be effective in business, how to do well in business. I mean, I have a whole system in place. It's a 4-week course, 1 day a week. Well, I'll be teaching you kingdom principles for business, for entrepreneurship, to take your business to the next level. If you want to be a part, register immediately. The seats are filling up fast, and it's for 50 people only, because God is getting ready to make you $1 million giver. I can't wait to teach you. I'll be looking for you in class. More grace.
And my question is he $1 million giver? What church, what organization, what charity has he given $1 million to? And Ray, that's too much like Ray. And like I said, if they have a business with the church, an LLC, that would be the perfect thing to do. The church rents out the building from your business. That would be perfect to do. But these folks ain't doing that. These folks ain't no G.E. Patterson. These folks ain't no Bishop Charles Blake. These people ain't no Shear. They're no business people like that. They're running around, you know, offering courses, and they have no financial literacy themselves. What's up, Inspire? A $13,000 scam. Yeah. So you 50 people, right? 50 people at $250. He must need something by the end of the month. He must need a bill paid by the end of the month or something, because he's doing a 4-week course. So he needed by the end of September. Thank you so much, Londa. You guys can support the program with CashApps. Not CashApps. Super Chats. Well, CashApp too, but Super Chats and gifts by clicking that bottom of the chat. Let me see. $249 times 50. Yeah. Roughly $13,000. So he needs a bill paid. These are gimmicks. What's up, Sean? talks. These are gimmicks. They're going to show me what you don't have. Yeah, how you teaching me how to be $1 million giver? I want to see the books. Has he been a $1 million giver? Mm-hmm. Yeah, church needs a lot of training for a whole lot of Tarsha Globe. I feel a video coming. I feel a video coming from you. Oh yes, I feel a video coming. Yeah, why 249? Why not 250? I'm telling you, it's marketing. It's marketing. Double tap the screen, everybody. Get us up to at least 100 likes for me. Yeah, it's marketing 101, and 249 is in people's psyche a little different. That's just like, these numbers that people throw out. It's just it makes you think a little different. Like, it's not so much, the $1 makes a difference. Brian Karn, he's going to teach you how to be $1 million giver in his 4-week class, Tarsha. 1 day a week for 4 weeks for only $249. He's going to teach you how to be $1 million giver from his expertise in business and finances. That's what he's going to do for you. I beg to differ. Listen here, they ain't getting my 249, so they can do whatever, people do whatever they want to do. But I haven't seen anything and heard of anything business like from Karn that would want me to sit down in a class and take note. Listen here, anybody that sat under men like Blake and Patterson and gained the knowledge, I can sit under them, because I don't think Blake can give us much knowledge now. I mean he still can talk and stuff, but we're gonna let him just rest right now. We're gonna let him Why are we giving you $1 million? I don't know. He cannot even teach how to be ethical, which is a foundation of giving. Oh, no, you're talking too good there, Tarsha. You're talking too good now. You said being ethical is a foundation of giving. Whoo. Oh, that's a preach right there. Didn't he have an issue this week with Vashti? I heard a call he did to the members apologizing for it. Yeah. Well, he had to do that. Now this week he's coming out with a class to teach y'all. He needed to apologize so y'all can feel like he's a little bit more trustworthy. So y'all can give him 249. Yeah, is that working? Is anybody feeling that he's very trusted? He should be trusted. Oh, David Taylor. They got him, y'all. They got him. They said they found dildos and sex toys, and people was getting arrested in their underwears, their bras and draws. What's up, Darla? Bishop Vashti. I don't know. I think they talk about that woman Vashti that he got caught up with. Darla, that's that girl Vashti. That Karn got caught up with. She came out and spilled her guts. Don't he look like a freak of the week, baby? That's his mugshot from earlier today. The woman who gave the 2 pieces, gave all she had, and she considered more ethical in her giving than those who were rich. Come on, that's Bible. That's Bible, Tarsha. That's Bible. Oh, Vicki. You know Vicki. She's sitting over there smiling like she just got vindicated. Didn't I tell you he was a nasty, dirty dog? Yeah, it is. That's David Taylor from the viral deposition. Yes, it is. Giving Rick James. Vicki Yohe said, I told y'all. Y'all don't want to believe me. He was a freak. Oh, baby, we believed you, but we believe you was freaking with him too at a certain point in time, because you wasn't married. You was a gospel artist. You wasn't married. You knew you shouldn't have been sleeping with that man, committing fornication or funnication. But you, after you got up and wiped yourself off and got up and showered, then you came out and snitched on him. So we know we can't really trust you either, Vicki. Oh, she couldn't wait to post this mugshot. That's the first thing she posted. The first thing she posted was his mugshot. There she go. There she go. What did she say? Did I put it on here? Oh, Vicki. I guess she'll be in the algorithm for a few days. Just for a few days, sweetheart. Just for a few. It ain't gonna be long. Just go ahead and get them. She says, believe it. God did it in his time. I have cried happy tears. I know many of you didn't understand why I exposed him for nearly 2 years. I even wrote a book about my experience with this cult leader. In my book, All You Have Is a Voice. You know, she's hawking a book today. I included the stories of 3 courageous women who was abused. You should have said who were. W-H-R. Come on now. You're an author now, Vicki. Abused by David E. Taylor. This man abused hundreds and hundreds of women. Ooh, y'all let that man abuse y'all? Who would let that one abuse y'all? Oh my goodness. Y'all let him abuse you? Oh, y'all shouldn't even let him look at it. Abuse you? Oh, what's up, Montreal York? Last time I this photo, I saw her pay. Oh, she trying to hawk that book, Uncle Paul. She know what's up. She trying to hawk that book now. She think people gonna run out and get her book. We always knew he was a freak of the week. What you got to tell us? What you gonna tell us more? You ain't gonna tell us nothing different. Yeah, and everything happened because of her, Sean. That's Vicki Yohe's version of because of who you are. Is that what you blasting? Well, hope it touches your spirit, gospel. I hope it touches your spirit. Slow and steady abuse you, letting the slow, right? You said letting the slow and needy abuse you. I know that's right. He must have game, a golden, or something. I don't know what he got, Chantel. But he was a freak with her. I guess she enjoyed every minute of it. That's David E. Taylor, Prophet David E. Taylor. You'll just have to look him up. He been around for a long time wearing these people out. Look like Wolfman. Oh yeah, he supports the orange. Well, maybe the orange man will give him a pardon. Maybe he'll give him a pardon. She running around here just so happy. She don't know what to do. There he is with all his walk. What they call them? Crutches and canes. He healed all them people. He healed them all. There he is with all his crutches and his canes. What's up, Rita? She does not him. She supports him. She does not. You said, should you throw away your David Taylor's face-to-face appearance from Jesus? Yeah, he said he saw Jesus a few times. I'm trying to figure out if he saw the face of Jesus. He said he saw the face of Jesus. Why is he still walking amongst us? He said, no man sees the face. No man sees the glory. What's he talking about? And he talking about he saw Jesus. They even talked about that in his deposition. He went to the thrift store and got all them canes and walkers. Yeah, that sound like they went over there they do got that stuff at the Goodwill and stuff. Yeah, you right. He said he saw him 10 times, 1,000 times. Well, he's still walking around with us. I'm trying to figure out is the Bible right? Huh? You look foolish. Got that hair and that jury curl. I don't know if they're gonna give me no jury curl grease in the pen. Now I finna see Jesus. Oh, yeah, he gonna have a Paul and Silas demonstration. His friends with Paula. He may be out tomorrow. Oh, he friends with Paula White. Oh, he'll be out tomorrow. Oh, okay. He might. 50 million, 10% is what? 500,000? I don't know. would be a nigga with the hairline of. Yeah, they said he went to the thrift store, Katrina. They said he went to the thrift store and got them canes and crutches, and he came and made a photo op. Yeah, that's what he said. He gonna have a strong prison ministry. Yeah. He like he been tore up. What you mean tore up? What you mean by tore up? What you mean by that? Yeah, they said they found a whole bunch of dildos and sex toys in the house, in the ministry house when they arrested them this morning. Oh, just flooded with it. Just flooded. And he said he would sleep with the women. This is allegedly. This was reported to us. He would sleep with the women and make them take the after B pill, the after sex pill. What they call that? The B pill, whatever they call it. Yeah. They had the toys. They said they found them in the ministry house all today, and they was arresting people in their drawers and their bras. They was just arresting them black and white. They snuck attack on them. They did a sneak attack, and they got them all. So I don't know, y'all. We're gonna have to sit around and just see what happens. David Taylor said he's a man of God. He got the donations legitimately. Yeah, he bought yachts and stuff. So the ministry said he needed it. He needed Louis Vuitton. He needed Gucci. That's all he wears. The morning after pill. That's what they said he did. They made him take the morning after pill. He said he talked to Jesus. Anything after that is suspect. Well, yeah, I told somebody to put the deposition on the post on community wall, and I will pin it so y'all can go and see. They said it's on YouTube. I seen it on TikTok. Jesus must ain't told him he was coming. That this was. Oh no. The God didn't tell him. He wanted to sneak on him. We see in part and we know in part. In part, this was one of the parts. God didn't feel like telling him. This what more. He needs a. Oh no, that's his long banging hair. He don't cut his hair. He don't cut his glory. He don't cut his hair. No, said like a God a lot wants him to see in part, Katrina. Said he gonna buy Gucci suits because he sweat. Yeah, that's what he said. He said he sweat a lot, and he was doing a lot of traveling, so he had to. What they say he spent in 1 month, $30-something thousand on clothes in 1 month because he said he was traveling a lot and he sweat a lot. These folks see everything except the feds coming. Oh, that's how God wanted though, Tarsha. They don't want. He can't show them everything. Well, he gonna talk to Jesus in prison. A.M. Justice. He gonna have a little talk with Jesus for a while. Tell him all about your struggles. Oh yeah, they've been after him, Marcus, for a long time. Yeah, $36,000 in clothes for 1 month. 1 month. Inspire say anybody in need of mental health, y'all click on there and they'll help you out. Click on there, David E. Taylor, because you need some help. You need some help. It's mandatory. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's mandatory. Poor thing. He smashed Vicki and said she gave her. Yeah, that's right. I was trying to figure out what she said he gave her. Red bottoms. He dripped her down too. I guess some of you ladies say he would have to give me red bottoms, orange bottoms, black bottoms, all kind of bottoms to be fooling up with him, huh? You would have to get the bag, ladies. Y'all couldn't do it on GP. Y'all couldn't do it on just for strength of him being the prophet. Y'all couldn't just give him a little bit just for being on the prophet. Y'all would make him give y'all some red bottoms, some Gucci purses and stuff. Y'all not even gonna just let him just. Yeah. Can't do it, Sean, huh? I understand. I understand. Yeah, prayers for the children over there in Minneapolis. You know that idiots over there. I tell you, these people are. Ugh, I don't know what's wrong with people. I really don't. I guess we do get our share of mental illness around here in these YouTube streets, so I do understand. You know, that stuff does have a way of flourishing out. You said it will take more than his title. He looks unwell manic. He probably went crazy today when they were trying to arrest him. You see, he only like in a t-shirt. They said they was arresting folks in their drawers. Yeah, so I don't know, y'all. So we'll have to see what's going to happen with this little story here of old Taylor. We all knew it was coming. Oh, yes, we did. We all knew it was coming. That deposition, he told so many lies, and he just, you know, we can just tell they made up stuff. He was just making up answers as he went along. Nothing made any sense. And that prosecutor who was asking him those questions made sure that she made him look like the idiot that he seemed to be. Yeah, so we'll have to look at, you know, check it out. Prophet lied. Is that what he is? Oh God. Oh God. Well, listen, when you have call centers and you have people living in these call centers, you are depriving them of food at certain times if they didn't meet the quota of getting the amount of donations that each one was supposed to get. They said he would physically abuse them, or the people in there, because there was another lady who was arrested as well. And they would abuse these people. Michelle Brandon, I think that's his executive director of this whatever, JMMI, his organization. Did I hear about the black murder? Yeah, I heard about it. We talked about it, but I didn't. Let me tell you something. I'm not really into spreading information that Tyrone Blackburn is saying about Jakes, because Tyrone Blackburn is not a truthful person. So it doesn't do me any good to spread things that he has said. It just doesn't do me. So he's talking about he's talking about getting Cora's ex-husband, who's in prison for SAing their adopted daughter. Talking about, now he's in prison, talking about having prison confessions saying that Jake's SA'd him, and again, like someone said, it could be Tyrone Blackburn is probably going off of things that people have told him, people that he has been close to. Y'all catch me where I'm going. Y'all see where I'm going. Y'all see where I'm going. Tyrone Blackburn is out here. Yeah, Chat GP and teen who was assaulted. Yeah. Tyrone Blackburn is out here talking about things that some of us have heard from certain bloggers over the years. Oh, this person did this, is accusing Jakes. That person, people are going to file, lawsuits. He's giving money to people. So what Tyrone Blackburn is doing, he's just spewing all of these accusations that he's heard from people that he was previously close to. Can I explain that to y'all? So these people who are running and doing these videos about this Tyrone Blackburn accusations and potential civil lawsuit case or a class action, what they're going to end up doing is getting a cease and desist. It's very retaliatory inspire. Lawsuits by midnight. Exactly, Uncle Paul. So these people who are spewing these frivolous accusations, gospel, are probably going to, they may be getting views on their videos. And they can come in and say allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. But just like the Juice Radio said the other day, she got a cease and desist from the assistant of Tyler Perry, who the guy was, accusing him of all these accusations. And Regina ran the story on her page, and she got a cease and desist from Tyler Perry's assistant's attorneys. So coming out here putting what Tyrone, the likes of a Tyrone Blackburn has said, makes you look foolish in my book. That's hearsay with absolutely no evidence inspired. We have gone through this with Jakes already. We've gone through it already. So hearsay without, you're going to listen to a Tyrone Blackburn who has admitted, Tyrone Blackburn has admitted to falsifying documents to the court, blaming them on, talking about he got them from AI, and he blamed it on different things. He doesn't verify anything. He just runs with what he thinks is the truth. Or he may not even think is the truth. He may just run with it. So everyone who has all these videos up, they better hope that a cease and desist comes and just not something else. Well, that's the first step before they sue you. No one has submitted receipts. And that's why I don't quite understand why people are that desperate for clicks and views. It's dangerous on these social media streets. If they ask you to take it down, take it down. The next letter will, yes, that next letter, they got to send you that cease and desist, but that next one ain't going to be cute. Especially when I saw grooming part, regurgitated junk. Yeah, you see all these, that grooming and all that. You know where we heard all that stuff from. I don't mean no harm. But we know where we heard all that stuff from. And you know who Tyrone Blackburn was close to. So he's listening to all these stories that have been going on. And he thinks he's going to come out with some kind of class action lawsuit. They need to leave that man alone. They don't quite understand. And again, he got a predator, a convicted predator with young blood that he was wanting to get behind. Now he's talking about Richard Coleman, Cora's ex-husband, who's in prison right now for the same, another convicted assayer of children. So he thinks he's going to gather up all these convicted felons and put together a class action lawsuit. Okay. All right. Reeks of desperation. He's very desperate, Nicole. He knows that these sanctions are coming down any day now. Like I said, the judge denied the Jakes' request for a surreply because it wasn't necessary. The man has already violated what the judge told him to do. He didn't get his stuff in on time. He didn't do what he was supposed to do. There's no sense in sending any replies. He's no way credible, James. Absolutely no way credible. If he gets this bar, he will not be able to defend anyone. That is good strategy. It really is. It really is. And that's the strategy I'm sure Jakes is their people are looking at. And possibly on the journey for. But it really baffles me. It baffles me. Thank you for the ways to donate. There's the ways to donate to the program. I did pin it in the chat, if you would be so kind. I don't understand how these people have sat here. We've listened to the lies that we listened to the people that talked about his lies and his mode of operation, his MO on the Diddy trial. We've listened to the T.I. and Tiny crap. We've listened to the Fat Joe stuff that he did, and you would come out and make a video talking about what this man said? Shh. And I mean, some of these people, I'm looking at, I've seen a whole bunch of these folks. A lot of views. A whole bunch of these folks. I've seen a view with 50,000 people who watched that. And I'm like, they're headed to you first. It sounded real familiar, didn't it? He had a free right to start his smear campaign. The judge should fine him for that junk. He really should. Yeah, he lied on absolutely all of the cases that he was behind. The T.I., the Black, all the Diddy people, it has been proven that he lied. So why in the world would I come out and talk about a class action suit that Tyrone Blackburn said he was going to what? Please. You're running off of hearsay, my guy. You're running off of what you heard someone say. You're running off of internet rumors. You ain't got no depth, and you in jail talk. And I guarantee you, he sought out that Coleman, Cora's ex-husband. He sought him out. That man will say anything. He's in prison. I ain't going down with the ship. That ship can sink, and I'll sit on the banks of the river of Jordan and watch it. That's what I'm going to do. You missed your notification? Sorry, JP. Justin Push is one of the best attorneys in the country. They don't understand it. They don't understand that. And that lady they got up in D.C. is one of the best. They don't understand that Tyrone doesn't understand what he's up against. I think the man has a problem. I seriously think Tyrone Blackburn has a problem. He has absolutely no emotional intelligence. He's reactionary without any type of thought. He just reacts. And that showed up in his work. It showed up in his litigation. It's all showed up in that. And for people to get out here and talk about a class action suit, and I was listening to Pam the other day. She said you got to have something special, or it's something you need that in order to even be considered for someone, an attorney who can actually give or be a part of a class action lawsuit. Yeah, it's something that you even, and we know that he has no good skills. He's already proven. Amazing the minds of anything to follow that. Well, that's the wild part of it. I guess some of the bar can tell them anything and they'll run with it. He's an embarrassment to the black attorneys in America. Darn shame black men have to. Let me tell you, I wish we had the likes of Johnny Cochran back, and a lot of people didn't like some of the things that Johnny Cochran did, but you had to give him. Listen, whatever he did it according to the law. He presented it better. He didn't go off the rails of just doing things because of he's emotional. He's just emotional unstable. Just pissed off at somebody or just mad. Tyrone Blackburn is like a spoiled little brat, not getting his way, and he's just, fighting any kind of way he can, just because. And I think he's saying he don't have anything to lose. Very unhinged, and that's what he's doing, in my opinion. So I know I didn't come out. I talked about what he said in the paperwork. And all the paperwork and the lawsuits and some more lawsuits that we have some updates on, bloggers being sued and all that is in Patreon on the $10 level. If you guys want to read those that don't have access to Pacer and don't want to pay for Pacer, at the $10 level per month, you can check out all of the lawsuit that we talk about. So we put the motions and the replies and the verdicts and all that in there for you, okay? So at the St. James Show through Patreon, you get get your hand on all of those documents, even bloggers and content creators who do not want to pay the Pacer bill, because it does add up. So that is an option for you, all right? The St. James Show on the $10 level. Said he will even use a bullhorn. Yeah. Well, get your bullhorn ready. He said he doesn't even have to get paid. Well, you really don't get paid, so we know that. Now, I don't follow those stories. I can, just like there's a story out with the Dietrich Haddon and his wife. She had to post today and said, this is total lie. These people are doing whatever they can to pay their bills. It's really sad what people will say, what people will do just to pay their bills. It's extremely disappointing. Instead of just going out and getting a regular job, when you find yourself having low, absolutely no integrity, and you need to go out and get a job, because just lying and putting BS stories out on the internet is not the way to go. I don't care how many views you're getting. I've seen some bogus. I think the story about Dietrich and his wife, I think that had 50,000 or more clicks on it, and it was all lies. These people, it has nothing to do with anything. And even these people didn't even put a thumbnail. The thumbnail was just full clickbait and lies. They said YouTube is going to start coming down on clickbait stuff. He hasn't even given incredible information about Youngblood, and he added more. Yeah. 3 to 4 times a day in CashApp in themselves. Listen, that's on them. Yeah, they are going to get caught for the clickbait because YouTube is coming down on that. So we just got to wait and see how that goes. But I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. And it's so sad that people are so desperate for money that's what they would do. There's other, well, maybe other people don't have no alternative. So I ain't gonna say there's other, maybe they feel they don't have any alternative. They don't have no education. They don't have any experience, that would give them the kind of money that they need. When did defamatory accusations become legally acceptable? It's really wild, JP. And it seems like they have become acceptable. And it's so sad. Double tap the screen, everybody. Can I get at least about 26 of you to hit that like button for me to get me to 100? Only 26 of you. That's all I need, and I'll be satisfied, all right? That's all I need. 25 of you just to double tap the screen or hit the like button. If you're watching me on your TV, take your remote and click up the arrows right up to the thumbs up button and hit that thumbs up for me. All right, 22 of you. That's all I need. Appreciate you. All right, Quick was in the whistleblower for so James, right? Quick, was this a whistleblower for Taylor? I'm sure, yeah, because they said the people, they talked about the people being forced labor, having to call for donations and meet certain criteria. So I'm sure one of those were the whistleblowers, or probably one of the women that he allegedly slept with and was made to take the Plan B pill the next morning. They said they were giving people contraceptives. And they were giving people stuff after he slept with them or what have you. They would make them take the Plan B the next morning. Had a whole. They said they even got that when they went in there and collected evidence. They got a bunch of sex toys and they got a bunch the people in the underwear, and they said they got Plan B pills, and so they got a lot of evidence against David E. Taylor. What's up, Roslyn? Yeah, so 22 more likes, everybody. And we have met, is that 22 or 19, 18? 18 more likes, I'm sorry. I don't know how I got, actually, only 12 more. I can't add today. I saw a sacrifice. Vicki tried to whistleblow years ago. She tried. But Vicki, yeah. And the thing about it, but my thing is, no one, like John said, no one can, everybody always comes out and they think that their story was the one who actually got the things going. The feds move at the pace that they move. So they are not moving at the pace that we all think they should move in. So they probably been on him for, they've been on him for years. The deposition, everybody, was in 2014. This is like 11 years later that they finally decide to move on him. 11 years later that they finally decide to move on him. We need 9 more likes. Double tap the screen for me. So they move at their own pace, and they want people, they like to give folks a lot of rope. They like to, they want a clean sweep. Like I said, with Diddy, I think they reached a little bit too much. They should have kept it at a level, or they should have had another conversation. That's probably why that prosecutor got fired. Because it seemed like they didn't really do their job with Diddy. He's been on their radar for years. But they wanted him to really accumulate additional charges, so possibly he doesn't, if he get off on one, we can still snap him for a good amount of time on the others. So they don't want just to get him on one. They got him on so many charges. It's wild. Let me see what the charges are. Let me ask my chat GPT. What are the charges against Prophet David E. Taylor? Let's see what chat GPT says. Okay, forced labor and conspiracy to commit forced labor. Right? Taylor is charged in a 10-count federal indictment. And the money laundering, conspiracy, scale and methods of alleged abuse. Authorities allege that Taylor and Michelle Brannon, his executive director, forced individuals to work long hours both at call centers soliciting donation and as Taylor's personal servitude, i.e. armor bearers. Do we have any armor bearers right now? Without pay. Victims were housed in a call center or ministry residence, in quotations, and allegedly not allowed to leave freely. Once you don't let nobody leave, you're kidnapping them. Yeah. 7 more likes, everybody. Alleged punishments for non-compliance included public humiliation, sleep and food deprivation, forced repentance, made them repent, physical assault, psychological abuse, and threats of divine judgment, i.e. Sickness, accidents, and damnation. So if you didn't do what he wanted you to do, he was putting sickness on you, accidents on you. Yeah, very Jim Joneses. Yes. 5 more likes, everybody. Just 5 more likes, and we're at 100. Victims were also reportedly instructed to lie to potential donors, saying funds were charities such as water whales or victims of human trafficking. While the actual proceeds were used to finance Taylor's extravagant lifestyle. The indictment alleges Taylor received around $50 million in donations since 2014. Oh, yeah. What's up, Leah? He's a major problem. I'm glad they got him. They got him, Leah. Let's see what penalties if convicted. Conspiracy to commit forced labor, up to 20 years in prison and a fine of $250,000. Forced labor, up to 20 years and $250,000. Conspiracy to commit money laundering, up to 20 years in prison and a fine of up to $500,000 or twice the value of the property involved. Combined, these charges could result in over 60 years of imprisonment and considerable fine. So he's facing a possibility. Somebody put a possibility of 60 years in prison. Somebody put that in the chat. Yeah. Because they're going to go off the estimated donations of the 50 million that he's been receiving since 2014. Light-skinned men should be mad. Listen, he really not a part of us. He's kind of in his own, he's in his own little category, Leah. We don't really accept him. No. Prosecutors categorized the case as a serious human trafficking and financial exploitation scheme driven under the guise of a religious ministry. The Department of Justice, FBI, and IRS Criminal Investigations Divisions are leading the effort, emphasizing that combating human trafficking is a top priority. He could face up to 60 years in prison. Not yet. Start your prison ministry, your healing ministries. Do all that in there. Do all that in there. See how many crutches and canes and wheelchairs you can accumulate in prison. Keep your ministry going, David. Oh God. Forced labor. He not going to Club Fed. He going to the real penitentiary. Oh no, Club Fed ain't for him. He the wrong color. You light, but you ain't bright enough, baby. You the wrong color. They gonna take his honey buns. Ooh, they gonna take his honey buns. They gonna put some icing on them and take them. Aaliyah, is that what you're saying? They gonna ice them honey buns up and take them? That's what you're saying, Leah. I think that's what you're saying. You have to get that hair together. He gonna cut that hair off. That hair gotta go. The hairline gone anyway. Cut it off. What's up, Shardy? Cut that hair off. What you got positive to say about David E. Talbot, Shardy? You gonna say he was a good speaker, though? That you gonna say? He's a good speaker. You won't need no toys out there? Oh, no. They got some live toys for you, sir. They said they found a bunch of sex toys at his house today. At the ministry houses. They found a bunch of... What is all the sex toys doing at the ministry house? David? Oh, God, David. You won't need no sex toys where you going. The upper room got plenty. Plenty of them. Live and in color. Oh, God. Well, everybody, I just wanted to come in and tell y'all what was going on. I might be back on later. All right. If I will, you'll see the thumbnail. All right. Woo. He don't want no sex where he go. No, he don't need none. That's a new Beyonce in the door. Oh, he the new Beyonce? Ooh. If you want him, then you gotta put a ring on it. Or they gonna give you one of them aluminum foil rings in the prison. You's married now. You's about to get married now. Ooh. There's a whole bunch of chubby chasers in prison. Don't you worry about it. They're chasing after you, no matter what you gotta do, 'cause they need you more and more. David, they gonna chase after you. I'm chasing after you, putting myself right on through you. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Ooh. Oh, he gonna get a ring. Oh, he gonna get a plug too there, Sean. He gonna get a plug. Ooh. My goodness. Oh, God. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming out and hanging out with me. Y'all gonna put David E. Taylor on the prayer list, or y'all not gonna worry Jesus about it? Y'all ain't gonna worry God? Well, he said he done seen Jesus and talked to him, so you should be all right. Sound like you the only one that done seen him, looked up on his face. Dared to sing forever of his saving grace on the streets of glory. Now you can lift your voice. Cares all past, David. Home at last. Home at last. Ever to rejoice. He said he saw Jesus' face. So he'll be all right. He'll be all right. Save your prayers. He know Jesus. He's seen him. So we ain't even gonna worry about David right now. He good. He good. All right. Bye, y'all.